Hello, hello, hello. Let's get some music playing. Get some music playing, then we'll get started here. ASMR of drinking water. Sorry about that. All right, let's put our EMAs on here. Moving average. I mean, is that it? Oh. And put 3 9s on there. We don't need 9s. 21. And let's make this one the 50. Make it white. There we are. What up, Tamimi? Holy Earth. What up, Charles? How's it going? We do an audio check here. All right. Seems as though you guys can hear me. Turn the... Tamimi, because it's always... You're not always going to get... You're not always going to get a setup, right? Sometimes with your strategy. So sometimes it's like good to backtest other stuff. That's all. It's good to backtest other stuff. TO, yeah, the good old 921 cross. I don't know. I've never backtested it. Thought it'd be interesting to do. All right, let's see here. We got to make sure we're on UTC -4 or -5. And then let's change our next day open. I don't know why it's... Wait, next day open New York session? Yeah, there we go. So basically, we're just going to look for a 9 and 21 cross. They both got to be above the 50. So... Rabbit Watcher. Yeah, Holy Earth, I know that. So, what a coincidence. You're backtesting, and I was looking for something to listen to. Let's go, Golden Chest. What are you backtesting, Gold Chest? Hey, David. So, basically, it's a simple strategy. You're just looking for the 9 and 21 across. Ideally, above or below the 50 here. Pretty simple. We'll see how it goes. And we're testing the first touch of the 9 is what we'll be testing. So, and I'm not really going to take anything before like 10. Want volatility to like slow down a little bit. And we'll probably keep it to like noon. I mean, you like to have like a clear draw on liquidity in my opinion too, but I don't know, David. I don't even know how well it works here. I've never tested it even on here. I'll take it sometimes when I think it makes sense, but I've never really tested it to even know. I do know if you have like a clear drawn liquidity, say like, yeah, that's probably what we should look at first. Let's look at like the higher time frame. And see if there's like, you know, kind of a clear draw. I mean, we certainly look bullish here, right? Certainly look bullish. The bullishness. Something like that. Loading up your new Kindle. Let's go. Which one'd you get, Oracle? You're backtesting first 50 SMA bounce when 9 and 21 are above. That's a good one, too. The first 50 touch, I've noticed, is pretty strong, too. Pretty strong. So here we'd be looking for the cross until we get one. The color Kindle. Nice. I don't want it to go too quickly here. There's the first 50 touch. Got a nice little bounce off that. 72 to 91. Now see, this might be one where you get the setup, but like I think we're bullish here. So they both cross below the 50 here. I still think we're bullish, so we'd like to see them spread out. Need them to spread out a little more here. How do I just go one candle right here? Okay. Ooh. All right, so here's a scenario. This is the first touch right there at 84. So this might be a scenario where we keep up with a little bit of notes here, because let me get my backtesting book out, because this is going to be a scenario where we pick this up. We probably take this trade lifetime, but it's going to be tough for us to get in here off that 9 touch right there, right? So I'm going to get my trusty handy dandy book out, and we're going to keep up with this manually. So I'll jump in here, and I'm going to be looking for a 1-to-1 with a 10-point take profit and a 10-point stop. I'm trying to remember how you place order. Market Alt M. We just mark it in. Just mark it in, maybe. I don't know how you get in there, how you do that. Let me just do this. Buy limit. Stop loss. 69 contracts. Like, what is... Oh. Stop loss in ticks. 21,174. Take profit. 21,194. All right. We'll see if we get tagged in on this or not. And see, that's kind of the problem with this. So that would have been code not working on Bulenox. It's for option 1 only. So it should be working. Option 1, 50K basically only. Or if you're trying to use it with anything else, it's not really going to work. Yeah, option 1, 50K. All right, so that should be one win. So I'm going to write this down. I'm going to journal this manually because that would have been a win. And we'll just clear this order out onto the next one. And again, the idea of this, we want it to be after 10 a.m. and we want to have a clear draw on liquidity, like to me. Got to set it up for Monday. Let's go, Trades by Slade. Congratulations on the new PC. Now, obviously, you see here, now it fails. The first test is the best. Now, did this cross again? Not really. You really like to see it. From what I understand, you really want it to cross below the 50 to consider it a cross. But this first touch might be interesting if we spread out nicely here. Like, I probably would take this. I think we're going to 270. This would probably be one that I would take. No touch yet. There's the touch. 231, so 241. and then 221 would be your stop. So would have probably gotten stopped there on that wick down, I think. Yeah, I probably would have taken that one though. What up, Pine Tree? We're looking at that 921 cross. And this might be a scenario where, like, you know, obviously sometimes it's going to hit the 21. Not much you can do about that. All right, now this will be a cross if it goes back above it. I think we're bullish, so I'm not taking the first bearish one, even though it looks like it would have worked. So your first bearish touch probably, let's see, 220. Yeah, that's still a bit close. 7 points. Typically, you like it to be a little more than that. 6. And once we kind of get into that 3 o'clock hour, I will probably not look for it anymore. Coming up on it here close. These are too close together. Not really spread out enough. Not really, Bob. All right, let's go to the next. And let's see. So still looking bullish. Is FX Replay the best? I think so. I mean, it's pretty good Steam. I struggle with the new version. This would be close, whether or not I would take this. What I don't love about this one is they're not quite spread out enough. You don't really have that upward trajectory first. And then I think it's a high probability the 50 probably gets touched because it's at the 90. So I probably would not take this one. And of course it works. You took, what, 9 points of drawdown. And then immediately works. What up, Trading Pips? Yeah, Rupesh, I agree. I mean, it'd probably be something that you could like pair with not something I use, but volume profile. You probably could pair this with like volume profile or pivot points or, you know, the VWAP, that sort of thing too. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. All right. This is getting close. Probably would take this. All right, there's the touch. 222. 231 and a quarter. There would be the profit. So that would have put you through some stuff, but it would have meant a win. You only take the first 50 touch, and the 0 and the 21 have to be spread out. Yeah. Yeah, Rupesh, I'm trying to do it like when I think we have a clear, like I think we're bullish here. So like, I'm more in touch with the market, I feel like, intraday, like when I'm actually trading, than I am in my back testing. But, you know, so I don't back test as well for that reason. So I'm trying to keep it to like what I think I would take. So here I would think price would be bullish. I'd only be looking for longs. So here's the cross. And I'd like to see them somewhere like 7 to 10 points really apart. So like right now they're about, yeah, they're right about 10. So this one we would probably take. So that's not a touch. That's a touch. So 235, target would be 245. 225 stop. All right, there's the target. I'm just keeping up with this manually, guys. Just going to go faster that way. Use the whole moving average instead of 21 and 50. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. Trading for pips. I don't know if I said hey to you. I think I did. So I'm not really looking for any shorts here. So even if it triggers a short, I'm not going to take it. Just because I believe we're bullish. Seems to work best with like a clear draw on liquidity, in my opinion. So like I'm not counting these touches. I'm only counting the touches if it's spread out enough. Like I said, 7 to 10 points and really like pointing up. So to me, those are like too close. And we're past 3, so I'm going to move on to the New York session. It's like 25 or 30 bucks a month, PGI. Somewhere in there. All right, so we were bullish. We did run through the levels that I thought we'd run through. So now let's zoom out. Let's go to the hourly. Not giving me enough data. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, we're just at all-time highs here. Or at least it looks that way. All right. I got to sneeze, guys. Woo! Spread of the 21.9 too close. Yes, I want it to be... So we're at all-time highs here, guys. So you really want it to be like 7 to 10 points is what I've seen. That's how I've been using it. So that's kind of how I'm going to keep it. So we're at all-time highs here, I think. Hard to know. So do we take bearish setups? Do we take bullish setups? I don't know. Typically, all-time highs, I just look for the bullish until they don't work. All right. You can see they're too close here. Now, if we got a touch, that would be interesting. They're spread out quite nicely. So that's not a touch yet. That is. So long from 475, looking for 85, stop at 65. There's 85, so that's a win. Have I used Trade of 8 replay? I have not. Think next week will be bullish. Probably trading for pips. Stock Tiger in the house. Let's get some money. This is just backtest Stock Tiger. But Bulenox is 90% off. Get a shameless plug in there. 91%, excuse me. And Apex is still 80. And I'm only taking the first touch, guys. I guess since we're so high up, we could look at a short, but to me, I don't know. I just rather keep it to longs here. I think we're very bullish. In the lunch hour here. Oh, did I? Again, the EMAs are just too close right now. Or is this like a half day or something? No, maybe not. Doesn't feel like we're moving. Just kind of rindy that 9 there. They're about 7 points away now. It's kind of the minimum. All right, we'll try it. We're at the whole number, so I don't mind it. So 501, stop at 91. Looking for 11. Oof. 10.75. There it is, 11. What up, Francis? Amelia, how's it going? Equals trading. We can't live without it. Yeah. You got to be there. What up, Predator? Activation fee, it's 148 PGI for Bulenox. Yeah. 148 for the 50K, 143 lifetime for the other. For the 25K, but I don't recommend anything higher than the 50K on Bulenox because the activation fee is too much. Kind of a trend day here. You wouldn't do anything here. There's not much you could do. Have to get across. Even though this is spread out nicely on that touch there, I probably would take that, but I'm not going to count it because there was no cross. Plus, we're near the end of the day. Yeah, I don't mind the 50K. 148 is fine for the 50K. You're all in for like 165, which is competitive with everybody else. Competitive. Your upfront cost is less, at least on your evals and such. All right. If we get a short trigger, we might take it. Okay. Do we like the short trigger? Does it make sense? Well, one thing, if you've watched me trade, one thing I talk about. The first push below the whole number typically results in a push back above before you continue lower, in my opinion. So, we'll take this. I don't like how it does that. Take the brush off. Why does it do that? It just leaves it on. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter, but... All right, so we'll take this. Short from 509. It already pushed up, so stop at 19. All right, did that hit 19? Nope. That did. And that's why I don't like shorting, like, in such a bullish market, right? If we're at all-time highs, you pretty much just want to... How in the heck do I take this off? Anybody know? All right. The activation fee for the 150K is where it gets pricey. Yeah. I would not get the 150K with them. Have I ever backtested on TradingView? Nebula? Yes, I used to use the Nebula all the time business. I've not backtested it, but I've used it. I actually had an account one time that I only used the Nebula on. I had an account, but this is a very similar setup to earlier. I don't think they're spread apart enough yet. Okay, 5 points apart. 6 points. So 29 and 19. Yeah, I did okay with it. I think the main reason why I don't use it is because I don't really use Trade of 8. I think I can't remember where I had that at. Was it on Trade of 8? Yeah, it was Trade of 8. All right, this is a good one. All right, so long from 551, looking for 61. I like that psych level there. So yeah, that would have been instant win. You're spending your weekend back testing once again, 6 years in. Yeah. Is the white line VWAP. The white line is the 50 EMA. So we got the 9, the 21, and the 50 EMA. We want to see the 9 and the 21 above the 50 in order to take a long above or below. And we want them to cross the 50 and then cross back over. So this technically would be what we were looking for a short. Shorts are scary here, though, at all-time highs, but we'll try it. There is a touch right there. So 502, take profit 92. Oop, boom. Stop at the 12s. So I'm just manually doing this right now. If you guys have any input on it, jump in there and let me know. You think there's a suggestion, so do it differently, or if you're using this or some form of it, let me know. With any strategy, there's going to be discretion. The 9 is blue, the 21's red. So there will be some discretion with any strategy that you use. And so I'm going to use discretion here. If I think we're bullish, then obviously that's what I'm going to be going for. So in this scenario, we have some sort of news wick down here. So if you know anything about how I trade, I think we 100% probably come and take that out. All right, we got a level up here. And previous day, that's kind of a open previous day low there. So probably bearish until we take out those two levels. You really see how the spread and the angle is important? Yes, it is. It's got to be. Add the RSI helps because the EMA's lag. That is a good point too. I do have the RSI on one of my charts. I'm not super familiar with how the RSI works. So if I did add that, so like in this scenario, I don't think I would take, that's not really a touch in my opinion. I'll probably be looking for shorts here. Now that would be a touch, and that was an immediate winner, but I don't know that I take that with the data wick below. That's the only problem. Then again, we might just be bullish here. I mean, we ran the previous day high there. So now maybe we go to the data wick. Not showing any weakness here at all. Trend day to the moon. Got a cross. Not showing much weakness here. It's kind of moving sideways. In the lunch hour. Here's the macro. See if we get some movement. All right. So, I mean, 6 points. This will be a scenario where there's not a clear draw, but are we just so bullish that it's not going to matter? That's a touch. I think. I don't know if that's a touch or not, really, to be honest. All right, that's a touch. 59. All right, so that would have been a loser. Now, that would have been one. I'll put kind of an asterisk by that one because Again, it's got to be kind of a clear drawn liquidity. So, a subscription to Trader Smarts. I never heard of that. I think it was okay there. I don't know though. 55 to 47. That kind of is close. But I do think the drawn liquidity is important. Knowing kind of where price is probably to go. Let's see. This is like 7 apart. Kind of minimum. All right, so right there's the first touch. That is a hellacious bullish candle. So, but we'd be short from 27. Looking for 17. Stop at 37. All right, TP hit. Took like 7 points of drawdown there. I hate weeks. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. What up, John? How's it going? Again, I think we run the data wick. That's not it down there. So I think we're bullish or bearish to the data wick here. We might save it for the next day. All right, we're in that 3 o'clock hour, so I'm probably gonna move on to the next session. Oh, let's see what we ran. Did we run the previous day? Nope. So we still got those data wicks down there. Max is barking at. I don't even know what he's barking at. It's nothing on TV. He's getting riled up over here. I still would lean bearish here, but who really knows, right? We want to kind of get to 10. I don't like taking them before 10, and you'll see why. The volatility is so high. It probably works here, but you know, you're going to just get wicks through it a lot of times before 10. Plus 10 sometimes can bring that news or whatever, and then you can kind of it kind of calms down. You get a direction. All right, now they're kind of spread out here, about 10 points. So we'll take a touch. Wow, we are just moving. There it is. So we're in from 75. Looking for 65. Immediate. Like, that's what I like. That's the kind of trade I like. Just immediate. Immediate win. First time seeing your stream. I've always liked the 921. Cool to see one backtest live. Just made an indicator using touches. Yeah, I might need to look at those indicators too. I did see one when I was logging on here. It said that it just only, I guess maybe it just shows you where they cross. So I'm bearish until we sweep the 420s here. See, like, this is another touch. And like, this is what I talk about in my stream, right? When I trade sometimes. Where is the... It's not that. Sorry, guys. I haven't used this in forever. I think it is under paint. So, like, when the 9 touch is inside a fair value gap, like, I'm not taking this one because it's the second touch, but that usually is a bit of a stronger, you know, scenario. So let's see what happens. Nope. Didn't hold. Because, I mean, that is the second touch. But usually when you see that, you think a higher probability to hold. But that was the second touch. And we're only taking the first. All right. We ran the data wick. So we will look for longs. Didn't run the previous day low, though. We don't necessarily have to. Would have been nice to run that, though. It's a customer who made it. Add order blocks with signals by Sonar Lab. Pretty good free indicator. You have to check it on multiple time frames. Yeah, immediate win, the best kind. The gap was like 10 points on that trade that we just took. The gap in you know, kind of the orientation of the EMAs is important, obviously. I like to see them spread out, maybe at like a 45-degree angle. I'm not taking them if they're not. So like right here is kind of borderline, right? So you already kind of had a first touch here. 15. I might have missed that one. Yeah, no, that one was only 6 points. 15. I guess it might have been borderline there. I'm going to skip that one because I feel like we might have missed that one. Let's see though. 32. Yeah, immediate winner again. So, yeah, I'll put that one down, but we'll put I'm put a little asterisk by it. That was the second touch. The 9 touch on the 5 and 15 minute is the only way it works. That's interesting. Have you ever tried backtesting higher time frame trading? No, Treff, I haven't. But I'm open to that for sure. If you have some sort of strategy you want me to backtest, I certainly don't mind doing it. That's the thing. People are like, you know, I think someone asked earlier, like, oh, well, if what you're doing is working, why are you backtesting a different strategy? Well, like I said, you're not always going to get a trade on your current strategy. So sometimes you might use something different. Maybe this works less than what my normal strategy is, but it's good enough to pass evals, right? And it gives me more trades. So 9 on the 15 on the 5 minute is amazing for entries on trend days. Nice. All right, so this is one where we didn't run the previous day low, so we still could be bearish. I do hate shorting between 5, 10, or between a whole number and 90. I absolutely hate it. But since this is a cross and it's the first touch with a decent spread, 96 to 03, we will take it. That's 8 points. You know, works immediate, which is good. But that one right there, I don't know in live time if I have the stones to take that because I hate shorting into the 90. Anybody else hate shorting into the 90? You ever notice like the 90 drama that you get? See what happens here? Like, I mean, we push down to the 80, and I'm not going to be shocked if we don't rip back to 515, 520 there, but no, I guess we didn't. We held the 21. All right, so this has already been ran. We can take that off. Previous day low, though, has not been ran. There's the first 50 touch after the cross. Banger. The 50 touch I noticed is strong too. You just don't get as many trades off the 50. Second touch of the 50, third touch. Yeah, I mean the 50 touch, I mean off 479 down to 441. Almost 40 points. First whole number bounce. Yeah. The whole number's one. Yeah, that's the way I am too. I hate the whole number. It almost never sticks, in my opinion. The first push below. Almost never. I'm not saying it does it every time, but there is something about it. All right, let's just mark out kind of key levels here. Still didn't run that wick down there. I don't know what those levels down lower are. So what do we think here? Are we bullish or bearish? Let's look at the overnight. I don't know. I would think that we'd be bullish here. Again, we'll kind of get to like 10. And we'll look and see what we get. All right, so we're not at 10, but this, no, I was going to say, there actually was no cross there. Didn't get below the 50. The 9 got below the 50 here. This would be a questionable one because the 21 never got back below the 50 there, but the 9 did. I'd probably still take it. All right, so there's the touch. 83. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you got kidney stones? Woof. I've never had that problem, but wouldn't wish that on anybody. I have heard it can be very painful. All right, so this will be another one where, like, I don't know if the draw on liquidity is, like, clear. Although, if we fib this, we probably, I mean, just eyeballing it, looks like we pushed to OTE here. So, maybe the short's not so bad. Spread's about 10 here. No touch there. I don't love this one, but we'll take it. So, short from like 08. Uh, 98. Yep, that would be an immediate winner too. I like that one was in a fair. It was another one that was setting up in a fair value gap. I didn't like how full that candle was when it closed. It looked like a pretty strong candle. So far, this is coming out. Here's that first 50 touch. This is coming out way better than the 21 touch. You had 4 kidney stones when I was in my 20s. Oh. Let's see how that 21... I mean, you already had a reaction off of it. Almost 10 points. Just looking at this. So, yeah, about 9 points of drawdown off the 50. Oops. Not far enough apart there. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Not far enough apart. Not far enough apart. Still not far enough apart. Still not far enough apart. Although I think it works. I mean, they're just not far enough apart here. The spread's too close. I think the draw is 425 though, but I mean, you see how the 9's being respected there. What day was this? Trading, I have this on, we're going from like December to February. So I have no idea what day it is. What day is it? That's the thing I like about this type of back testing. It just kind of drops you in there. All right, so we ran the liquidity here. This would be the first 9 touch, right? No, Amelia, it's like 30 bucks a month, but it's worth it. This would be one where I would be scared to take it. I mean, in my opinion, we ran to draw on liquidity, but it is the first touch after a cross. They did not cross the 50 though. And see, it immediately fails. 32. Actually, did it fail yet? No, it actually didn't fail yet. So that's another winner. I'm going to mark that one down. Again, I'm going to put a little asterisk beside it because I don't think that's one I would take. I don't think that's one I would take. Yo, Adrian! All right, now I don't really know. After we ran that level, not quite sure if we're going to go lower or not. Probably would not. I don't even know what that level I got marked out down there is. Let me look at it. Okay, so that's a level that we obviously ran before. You see how bullish we are during this time of year? Very bullish. Well, we were bullish. Now it doesn't seem so much. Oh, this is a... It was like a short day, it looks like. I'm going to move on to the next day. You remember taking that trade in December? Yeah, no. I do that too. That's why I like backtesting like this, because like you don't know. You don't know what happened, right? Because if it's oh, I'm on the 15. I was like, what's going on here? Because if it was sooner than this, I would, if it was like recently, I would pretty well remember. Obviously, we're bullish here. First 9 touch, it is in the macro. We do have a clear draw on liquidity. We left equal highs up here. I'd take this. Even though we're before 10 a.m. technically, this would be one where I'd take it. I think we left triple equal highs. I think we have a clear draw on liquidity. So it'd be long off 77. $86.75. I think it would have hit. Yeah, definitely would have hit there. All right. Yeah, and I would have taken this just because of these triple equal highs and kind of a clear draw. So I think that makes it relative equal highs anyway. Makes it a pretty easy read. Did I mark out anything else? I forgot I was on the 15-minute. Do we have anything above there? I think we do. No. And see, that's the thing, is like, we're just like, they don't give me enough data. I guess it loads later. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just at all-time highs. That's why I said typically, you know, at all-time highs like that, you just kind of, you try to keep bullish bias until it doesn't work, in my opinion. All right. Let's see if we can get a few more here. And like, I don't know what to expect this day now that we've already ran kind of the draw. It's like, what do you expect for the rest of the day? You don't really know. Again, we're at all-time highs, so shorting at all-time highs is scary. Scary. All right. Got about a 7-point spread here. We might have missed that one. No, that's too close, isn't it? 7-12. Yeah, that's too close. All right, there's a touch. So another winner there. I think using discretion with it, I mean, definitely helps. You certainly don't want to take every one. But if you have a cross and then, you know, kind of, if you think we're bullish, you know, I don't think taking a short when you think you're bullish off a 9-touch makes sense, right? All right, here's another one. Like, this is another one where the 9 crossed right here on this touch. They were about 7 points. Maxie, what are we barking at, bro? All right, this would be the question. Where would we have taken this at? Hey, chill, bro. What's wrong with you, guy? So we would have probably gotten long up here at 79. Did it go to 89? Nope. So that would have been a loss. It didn't give you 10 points. I think I would have taken that too. Seems. So again. Hey. Maxie. Get out the window. He's over there trying to look out the window. Very volatile candles there. Right. Yeah, gold chest. Max is over there barking like crazy. He's about to get sprayed with water. All right, would this have been taken? 98. Borderline right here. We're in a fair value gap. We are at the whole number. So chances are I probably would take that. Most likely. We had just the 9 and 21 crossed. Actually, we had both. Well, they didn't both cross below. Three-point spread here, not enough. Cross over into the power hour here. Try to avoid the trades in power hour. All right, we would just go on to the next day. So far, Trader Oracle, we have 5, 10, 15, 19 wins and 4 losses. Using our discretion based on what we think the draw on liquidity is and things like that. So 19 out of 23. That's pretty good so far. That's like 80%. We do have 2 asterisks, which means that I would not have taken those 2. And that's 1 loss and 1 win. So I think they kind of cancel themselves out. I don't think I would have taken 2 of them personally. All right, I think we're bullish here to this data wick. So I'll be looking for longs to that data wick 730s. Chop City might be news at 10. Nope. Oof. So I'm bullish. 58. Again, this would be one I probably sit out on, but it's a win. And I'll put that in asterisk on that one. I don't think I take that one. Just because I think we're bullish. And I'm not going to go against what I think is the draw. Um, this is a tough one. You see a late Sunday stream, yeah, you click. Well, where's Saturday? Unless you live somewhere different. Only really need 60%. Yeah. Going over Friday trades now. This is one where the 21 and the 50 are too close together. I think it probably works, but I think they're a little too close. Yeah. That's just one of those ones where like you just know it's probably going to work because I believe we have a clear draw on liquidity, right? But I don't know if that 20 and the 50 are far enough apart there. And there's our perceived draw on liquidity. It's what we think it is. You came from the future? I was like, did I remember what day it was? Wouldn't be the first time, right? All right, now we're getting a little spread. So we would take this now that, yeah, I'd probably take this one. So it'd be short at 89 or 90. Did it hit the whole number? Did not. Okay, we need 80. Oof. There it is. That would have been one that I would probably, I don't know, that's one of those ones where it would have been scary to take because the whole number. But what do we have here? Again. Do I stream every day? Yes. I don't do the backtesting every day. That 21 touch isn't too bad. I don't know, Amelia. I did the 21 backtesting and it did not work as well. Now, I just did the first touch after a cross. So unless there's a different way that someone else is using it, I did it the exact same way I'm doing it here. First touch after a cross. Now here's the scenario on this one. Like, this technically would be one, right? But I'm not so sure we're bullish here. Right? I mean, I think we're probably going for this low down here. But for sake of back testing, we will say that we took it. Let's see what happens. We were long from 19, so we need 09. Stopped out. Boop, boop, boop. All right, we're going to do a couple of more here. What time is it? We're in the middle of lunch. And again, I think we're bearish here. So, like, I don't like taking that one long that we just took. I don't love. And these aren't spread out enough there. Now they are. Again, this is going to be an annoying one because I know 732, 726. Not stop there. Stop there, though. See, I don't know that I take these because I'm going to mark them down as losses anyway. But I don't know that I take these because I think we're bearish. Which I could just be wrong, right? Too close together there. Still too close. There we go. Now they're getting the nice trajectory. There's a touch. We need 68. Boom. All right. Chopping around here, coming into the power hour. We're in power hour here. Never had the... All right. We're going to go one more. We're going to go to the next day, and then we'll wrap it up there. We're right at an hour. It's going to last till the end of the month. So till the 28th, Isaac. All right, let's see here. I mean, we're still at all-time highs here. Not really a clean kind of drawn liquidity here. All right, we're in the high there. I mean, if we're this dummy bullish, I mean, like, this is just insane, straight up. Probably take the first 9 touch. Just look for a spot to get in. Did you get... See, it's hard to tell there if it touched. It was so close. Either way, it wouldn't have been a win. So 85. Yeah, that would still be a loss. Marker down. All right. Yeah. I don't know if we're bearish, but that is a W. Looks like we are bearish. Need another cross for us to find another entry. There's the first test of the 50. Nice 732. Maybe the 50 test is the one we'll do next. It does look, at least when I'm paying attention to it, it looks interesting. Little lunchtime chop here. All right. This is a borderline one. We're in the middle of lunchtime. There's a touch. How much drawdown did we take? 94. No, 7 points. So an immediate winner there. Coming into 1 o'clock. There's another cross. How far apart are we? 6. Not quite enough. Now we're 7. That's a touch off the 20. Down to the 11. So that would have been a loss. Would have stopped us out. Would have stopped us out on that one. Coming into 2 o'clock, just moving higher. Through the 800s, coming into the 3 o'clock hour almost, 2:30. If we don't get across, then not going to be any more entries. Kind of just chopping. It's too close. Yeah, it's just 4 points. All right, that's the end of the day, so we wouldn't take that. All right, so let's do our calculations here. So we took how many trades? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 26 wins and 8 losses. So it's 34 trades. So 26 out of 34. So 76%. That's pretty good. Now, obviously, that's using some discretion, right? I think that's good enough to, certainly use with an eval. It's just a 1-to-1, right? What's my typical during New York? My win percentage is 74%, but I'm using inversions. So that was 10-point stop loss, 10-point take profit pine tree. I didn't do it. Sometimes I use the 6.5-point take profit and the 10-point use negative R. I might try it like that next time. But that's with 10-point stop and a 10-point take profit. Only taking the trades after 10 a.m. and before 3 p.m. So not taking trades after that. Would be interesting to know which ones. You could even narrow it down to like the macro time, like between last 10 minutes of the hour, first 10 minutes of the hour, and then even, maybe go back and look and see what ones occurred during that time too. Maybe I'll get a little more detailed on the back testing next time. But 76, now that's using discretion, of course. So, but I think that gives me enough confidence in it there to start using it. And I am using it in the most recent 3 months of price. So I don't know how many days of data that was. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't really know. But that's going to do it for me. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you do want to help support the channel, Bulenox 91% off, APEX 80% off, Take Profit Trader still 50% off, My Funded Futures 25% off the Expert account, 35% off Tradeify, and I think Day Traders is still 80% off. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, it only goes up. Design exactly. We'll be back. Oh wait, Monday. We'll be back Monday with the short day. We'll be on an eval, but we'll be back for a little fun. So we'll see you guys then. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. And Max says bye too.